Hello everyone, welcome to Morning English. This is Max.
Hello everybody, this is Blair. 欢迎大家收听早安英文。
Blair, do you want some tea before we start?
Tea? I thought you were a coffee drinker.
Both. But yeah, you're right. I mostly drink coffee. I just wanted to have a change this morning.
Well, sure. I'll gladly have some tea. 我个人是很喜欢喝茶的啊。But you know I'm not a huge fan of coffee, right?
Yeah, I know. But that's okay. It means there's always one extra cup of coffee in the office. Either Colin or I drink that.
But by the time you drink the coffee made for me, it's already cold. Do you like cold coffee?
Well, actually, I do like cold coffee. But be careful asking that around Colin or I, because cold coffee is also a slang term for beer.
Cold coffee, that's a good one. 虽然我真的只是在问你字面意思上的冷咖啡啊 I already know that you like beer, cold coffee. 我们的听众朋友们也早就知道了，你和你的 beer 难舍难分。
Yeah, the whole world knows, okay?
So why is cold coffee slang for beer?
I'm not really sure. But my guess is that it became popular for employees to use so that the boss didn't know what they were talking about.
That's interesting. 我们刚刚讲到了啊，就是说 cold coffee 除了说冷掉的咖啡的意思之外呀，还有啤酒的意思。起源呢，可能是同事们之间下班想要去喝酒，但是又不想让老板知道了，就会用 cold beer 来作为暗号。That's clever.
Yeah. Anyway, as we're already talking about it, why don't we make tea and coffee idioms our topic for today?
Sure. 那今天我们就来跟大家一起聊一聊关于咖啡的那些俚语表达吧。
Now, I know I'm drinking tea this morning, but there's nothing better than a hot cup of Joe first thing in the morning.
A cup of who? Who are you drinking, Joe?
You're kidding, right? You asked me yesterday if I wanted a cup of Joe.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. 刚刚 Max 老师提到这个表达啊 ，a cup of Joe 可不是说一杯子的 Joe 啊。有一些同学呢，可能之前也有了解过 ，a cup of Joe 是最常见的，我们说一杯咖啡的意思。Do you want a cup of Joe? 你要喝咖啡吗？
Yes, but do you know where it came from, though?
No, I don't think so.
Ah, well, there are several origin stories, but my favorite one is this one. There was a government official in the US called Joe, who in the year 1914 issued an order saying that the strongest drink allowed on Navy ships can only be coffee. No more alcohol allowed. So the sober sailors started to call a cup of coffee a cup of Joe out of spite.
That's a good story. 刚刚我们 Max 老师给我们介绍了为什么会用 a cup of Joe 来代替咖啡啊，就是说以前呢，美国有个军官，他的名字呢就叫做 Joe， 他下令啊，海军士兵不能喝任何的酒精饮品，最多呢也就能喝咖啡啦，所以士兵们就很生气嘛，从此就会用 a cup of Joe 来代替咖啡，久而久之呢，这个表达也就流传下来了。
Yeah, and there's another good word to mention, spite. It's a feeling of anger towards another person that makes someone want to annoy, upset, or hurt them, especially in a small way.
对，那我们刚刚说到了士兵们很生气，为了泄愤才会叫它 a cup of Joe。那为了泄愤，或者我们说的出于恶意，就可以用这个表达 out of spite.
Exactly. For example, you can say, I'm sure he only said it out of spite.
So it's like a kind of revenge, right?
Not as strong as revenge, but yeah, I suppose so.
Okay, get it. So you said you like tea and coffee.
Yeah, I do. But as you know, I drink more coffee than tea.
Well, how do you feel about giving up coffee?
Not for all the tea in China. I couldn't function properly without coffee.
I get it. Not for all the tea in China. 就是说千金也不换的意思，对不对？
Yeah, so you can say this to mean no. And that you really, really don't want to do something. Not even if you can get all the tea in China.
But why China? Why not India or Africa?
Well, because China is famous for tea. And China grows more tea than the next top 10 countries combined.
Yeah, we love our tea.
So would you consider drinking coffee on a daily basis?
Not for all the tea in China. If I drink even just a small cup, I wouldn't be able to sleep well for 2 days.
Okay. I thought it was because of the other thing coffee does very well.
You mean that it makes you go to the bathroom, right?
Right. We have a saying for that. Coffee in, coffee out.
Right. 大家知道啊，咖啡呢其实还有润肠道的作用，对不对？那我们就可以用这个表达 coffee in, coffee out. So this is another good reason why just drink tea. Tea doesn't do that to you.
Yeah. Well, I can see why coffee isn't your cup of tea.
Yeah. 好冷啊。
Come on, that was a good one.
Sure. Well, anyway, cup of tea 这个表达我们都很熟悉啊，不是我的菜，我不喜欢什么东西，你就可以说 It's not my cup of tea.
Yes. If something is your cup of tea, then that something is your preference, or you like that thing.
Yeah. Listening to bad jokes is not my cup of tea.
Okay. Anyway, let's move on.
Sure. 不过为什么你早上不是喝茶呢？好像在大多数人的印象里面，英国人比较爱喝茶的呀。
Well, because for me, it doesn't wake me up. I need coffee for the caffeine. For me, tea in the morning is as good as a chocolate teapot.
A chocolate teapot?
Yeah, it means something is completely useless. Think about it. What does chocolate do when it's hot?
It melts.
So if you put really, really hot tea in a teapot made from chocolate...
Ah, now I get it. As good as a chocolate teapot. 字面意思就是说跟一个巧克力做的茶壶一样的好。但是我们知道啊，茶壶是用来干嘛的？茶壶是用来装热水的。巧克力的茶壶完全没什么作用啊。所以我们就会用 as good as a chocolate teapot 来形容完全没有什么用的东西。
Exactly. So that's why we use this idiom to mean useless.
Okay. So tea doesn't wake you up in the morning then?
Right. I need coffee to wake up. And if I don't drink coffee, I can get a little angry. Everything becomes a storm in a teacup.
All right. Like when someone moved your pen this morning.
That was terrible. I couldn't find it, so I could not write down what I wanted to remember, and then when I found it, I forgot what I wanted to write down.
Yeah, maybe you should put the cup of tea down and have a coffee.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
刚刚我们 Max 老师提到了一个表达 a storm in a teacup 就是我们说的太小题大做了，大惊小怪的意思。
Yeah, a storm in a teacup is used when small problems or events are talked about like they were big tragedies.
Yeah, like your pen this morning.
Okay. I'll drink more coffee.
Anyway, I think that's all the time we have for today.
Wow, how time flies.
Hello, welcome to Morning English. 早安英文呢是一个为大家免费提供英语教学的频道，每天都会更新。如果你想获得关于英语听说读写的内容，我们都会在这个频道更新。我们的目标是帮助全球的华人学好英语。如果你觉得还不错的话，记得给我们订阅哦。另外，点开小铃铛，这样的话就不会错过其他任何学习视频啦。对了，如果你想获取本节课的完整版笔记，在视频简介或者评论区领取哦。你也可以给这个视频点赞，点赞就相当于自动保存啦。
So, thank you so much for listening. This is Max.
And this is Blair. See you next time. Bye.